What is up, whale shares? Today I'm gonna do another vlog video. I'm gonna see how many I have done here. So I did my first 6 days ago. Let's see how many videos I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done seven videos, so this is gonna be my eighth video. And today I want to talk about valuing every WLS token. So, the next 12 months, around 20 million new WLS tokens will be printed, and people that have powered up WLS and has it as whale stake, used as on Steam, it's called Steam Power, but people that power up their WLS tokens to whale stake, they will be distributing this 20 million tokens in form of mono. So my account, for example, I have 288 whale stake powered up at the moment. I don't have any liquid. 85% mono at the moment gives me a half a WLS. Okay, so why I am talking about valuing every WLS is because in the future it's going to be harder to get these. So I did, I think I talked a little bit about it, that with the inflation model, I think in around 5 years, it's going to be around 100 million WLS. And then after that, it's going to be around 5% inflation per year. This is going to drip out liquidity, a lot of liquidity eventually. And competition is eventually going to go up, because first of all, this model of using a graphene-based blockchain, it has proven, at least according to me, that the core model of it has been proven to be a success with the Steam blockchain, even though, I mean, people have their own opinions about the Steam blockchain, but we can see that the general code and logic, that sort of people enjoy it. So we could sort of, humans are pretty predictable. That's what a friend told me. So people are gonna buy and sell. It's not something that I learned with a bunch of other various tokens that I've had, that there's always a buyer and a seller. So obviously this token is gonna have some form of value. I don't know exactly the value is gonna be in when more tokens get out, but it's gonna be some value. These 20 million tokens are gonna have some form of value, but even though if that sounds like a massive number, like 20 million new coins, you just need just a few people can get these, right? So like if a person just want to buy up a lot, then they would be able to do so. So these coins, even though it's 20 million, you might think, well, one WLS, what kind of value does it have? I don't have to put in that much effort because it probably might be worth nothing. But just a few people holding these, a lot of whale stake, that means that there's not going to be that much liquid WLS floating around, which means that it's, even though it is 20 million coming out, a lot of that's going to be powered up via whale stake, and a lot of people are gonna want to have some liquidity. There is going to be some buyer and a seller, so obviously this is going to have some form of value. So if a person can master to really value one whale stake a lot right now, that is going to be an awesome idea, because something is talked about a lot on other places is the value of leverage. That leverage can create so much massive value if you're early adopter of something. So right now with whale shares, there's only around 2,000 accounts. Compare that with Steam blockchain, for example, that has over 1 million accounts. So the leverage a person has in this current moment is massive. So a good thing is to spend around, this is my strategy basically, I spend around 15 to 30 minutes doing some kind of whale shares piece of content every day. It doesn't have to be too complicated. You just have to be some kind of idea that you may have, some kind of cool thing that you found. It doesn't have to be too complicated, but if you just put some energy and effort into that, and if you put some care into that as well, make a nice thumbnail or write a piece on something or write awesome comments, you can get a lot of WLS from just that. So it's a smart thing to do, because if we just compare it against the Steam blockchain, a lot of people on the Steam blockchain that started out in 2016, maybe they were just blogging around and not really have a major plan or whatever, but I think also the inflation was around 100% when Steam started. And right now, some people of these early people, they sit on around 400, 500,000 Steam, and that is eventually a lot of value that just happened not because of some magical thing, but because they were early adopters and they probably wrote some great piece of content. But it is that spotting opportunities and maybe go for it basically. Yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, but if a person starts right now, in theory, if a person starts right now, they put in some energy and effort, it's gonna be you might have a lot of whale stake in the future. So this is my 8th video. I'm trying to do one whale shares video a day, something that I also do on the Steam blockchain, or sometimes do 2. And the only thing you have to do is just talk about something that you had in mind, or maybe talk about something, some concern or some idea about whale shares, and you're good. It does stand out, because if you talk about something that others may be interested in and something that might have value to others, there's a big chance that other people may see that and give you a share basically, because people want input, people want to see other people's thoughts about things. And yeah, so value every WLS, but you don't have to overcomplicate it basically, since I know that, for example, in a year from now, probably on whale shares, it's going to be twice as hard to gain popularity, or 3 times as hard to gain popularity. This was the same way the Steam blockchain kind of worked, that if you come in 2 years later, it's probably going to take 10 to 20 times the length of getting value that one person, one early guy, could get in maybe just a couple of days. So we're talking about massive leverage that can save a person potentially years, right? Can save a person potentially years, so they can basically invest their time and effort into something that that gives them more of an edge in something else. So quick video reminding you about that. I know that it can be very easy to slack off and not do a daily piece of content. One thing I can say is that if you try to do one unique piece of content as something that is like designed for a specific platform that is exclusive to a platform, that might give you even double the value, because people enjoy exclusivity, because then they show that, or it shows that you are more involved and that you sacrifice for the network basically. But yeah, value every WLS, because the distribution I think is going to be better than on the Steem blockchain, because I mean, I see it personally. I see how much new users can get, and it seems like it's going to be distributed in a better way. Because one thing is that it doesn't seem like you earn passive whale stake. Like you have to share stuff. You have to be more engaged in the material. So one cool thing I've noticed with whale shares is the share system is, I think, it might actually be genius. I didn't like it at first, but I think it may be genius because it creates more transparency, and that you don't earn passive from just the whale stake. It means that people at the moment has to be more engaged in visiting the website every day and see what is going on. And for example, on the Steem blockchain, most people don't really use the retweet system that much, or when they do, I don't know, it just come across as spammy, but I don't get that same feeling. I'm not sure why actually, but on whale shares, in a way, it's like, you know that when someone, if you use Steem names like upvote, but on whale shares you say share, but you know when someone upvotes share, that they empower you not only with the WLS token, but also that the message gets empowered because it ends up in other people's feed. So that person, they are basically backing a message, which also gives. Oops, so my phone basically ran out of battery, so the video ended kind of early, but I was saying that when you combine upvote plus share in the same click, it empowers the message much more. And the last thing I want to say today is the cool thing I would say with the 14-day payout, which means that you have twice as long length that someone can come in and upvote the post. So there's potential basically to earn even more than with just the short 7-day window as you have on the Steem blockchain. Yeah, have a great day. Have a great day, whale sharians, and it is October 13, 2018. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.